The views expressed in this podcast, Champ and Tramp, belong to the host and guest, not the Champ and Tramp podcast itself. It's intended for entertainment information, so please use discretion. We're not responsible for any outcomes resulting from the content discussed.
The two most important things after workout are protein and hydration, especially after an intense session on the mat.
Yep, that's why Muscle Meds designed their new Carnivor protein hydration, packed with 30 grams of protein for recovery and the key electrolytes needed for hydration.
Exactly. What's awesome about these is they come in two delicious flavors, Rocket Pock and Berry Blast.
They literally taste like juice, Frankie. These are amazing and a must for any athlete pushing their limits.
Boom! Grab a 12-pack on Amazon and juice up with Carnivor protein hydration today.
Let's go!
Real show, here we go. Real show, here we go. You know that it's gotta be that time, so this is what we chant. What keeps on getting them all amped in advance? Come on. You and I rocking out with Iron Man, FE. You get the general's point of view on top of Roger's rants. Whenever tapping out, we're putting the most minutes in. You already know what that's about, you know that winners win. Crush whatever's on task, check the podcast. It's the Champ and the Tramp, let the bomb blast.
No, it's because nobody likes me.
You lonely?
Nobody likes
Are
me.
you lonely? I just said to
Let's
Frankie,
just roll, bro. Let's just roll. No script, no nothing.
Let's just roll
All right,
with it?
let's just roll, baby.
There's a blanket over there on the couch for our guest, the couch that our guests sit on, and there's a blanket on the end that you guys can't see on camera. And I said to Frankie, do you sleep down here at night? Do you get a little lonely? And what was the answer? You busy? You busy? You want to start a podcast today?
That's my casting couch.
That's your backroom casting couch? That's great, bro. You know what that is?
That from the show?
No.
Or like not a show. It's like for like a porn thing.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what I'm
All
talking-
right, yeah. You said show. I'm like, no, my kids don't watch that. Yeah. That's exactly what it kind of looks like. That couch too, a little bit. That's funny.
Yeah. I was down in Wildwood this weekend again.
Did you get out of control?
No. But I coached 150 matches again, bro.
So we talked about this because that dude's always in great shape. Always makes me feel like a piece of shit because I don't look great right now. But I'm getting back in the gym. Had a couple injuries.
Bro, the hair's looking good too, by the way,
yeah,
buddy.
take a look. Check it out, guys.
That hair is looking good.
Hang on. So I'm pretty much healed up. Today is day 12, I believe. Since for those of you that don't know or didn't see the last podcast or my post recently I had a hair transplant done. I went to Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
It's not Punta. Everybody corrected me when I said Punta.
It's
It's Puna.
Really?
Even though it's spelled Punta, but
Really?
anyway, yeah,
Really?
regardless.
Okay.
Everybody corrected me on that, but went to the DR, got it done.
Dude, I don't know about that.
I could have been in and out in probably 2 days. I could have flown out late the second day, but we were there from Friday to Monday because my buddy came with me and he went the following day. We talked about this on the last podcast, but essentially they want 10 days of don't touch your head, basically. You can put this foaming kind of antiseptic cream on it, I guess it is, that kind of heals it and moistens it or whatever. Gives it a little, so it's not just crusty and dry. But anyway, so I did that. And at the 10, 11-day mark, all my scabs were gone. Now, Jesse's not healing up quite as quick as me. I guess everybody's just, different body type, different skin, whatever. But, yeah, check it out, man. I have no scabbing at all. I'm all healed up. Obviously, I don't have all my hair back yet, but...
Bro, you got a hairline. That's like a new... You could see it.
Yeah,
Legit.
So you literally can see the second hairline. Now, it kind of looks like...
It don't look
they say
different.
It looks like baby bird feathers
it's just
it's
lower.
like finer.
It's just lower.
Hair, and they say some of this will fall out, and people freak out like, "What the fuck did I spend my money on?" My hair's falling out. That's normal. They say don't worry about it. 3 months you'll have a nice head of hair. 6 months it'll look great. 1 year you get the best results after a year. It said so.
Oh, it looks good, man.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Thanks,
I'm
pal.
impressed.
Thanks. So yeah, and it's all healed up, man. Kind of
No pain. You said really not much pain.
No, like if I touch it now, I can still feel like a little numbness because they go at it at your head. I mean, there's like 3 people working at your head, on your head I was on the table for 9 hours. Now, mind you, I was in no pain, except for when they give you they call it anesthesia. I don't know if that's the proper name. It's like a localized anesthesia, so I guess it is anesthesia. You don't go completely out. They inject it directly into your head in a bunch of spots. And that does sting a little bit. I would say sting is the right word for it. It's not like excruciating, but that part kind of sucks a little bit. But that's about maybe 5-10 minutes, and then for the next, they had to renumb me once right on top because I was like, oh, I kind of feel that, and they hit it again, and you literally don't feel it. You can feel like your head almost moves a little bit because they're pulling, and you know what I mean. But you don't feel any pain. So it was 9 hours essentially painless. You do have a significant amount of blood loss. I looked down once. I was like, holy fuck, what are they doing? Open heart surgery here? But, it wasn't bad. By day 2, all the bleeding was done because you do bleed through the bandages a little bit the first night. But I'm at day 12, no scabbing at all.
Yeah,
I can wear a hat after day 10, so long as you're progressing. Now, they want pictures throughout.
You send them pictures?
He's a little behind on his healing process. He's going to be fine. He's going to have a great head of hair. But he's a little behind, so he can't wear a hat yet. So he really hasn't gone anywhere, man. I've gone everywhere. Scabby Ed. I've been to Mall of America or American Dream Mall. I went to that other mall with my kids.
Oh, you're so tall, no one can see your head.
No, you can see it in the front when it was scabby, but I didn't give a shit,
Who
bro.
cares?
I don't care. Whatever. I put it all out there anyway. Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, back to you. We already talked about the hair thing. You were down in Wildwood, Tino and Francesco, both?
No,
of them?
just Tino.
Just Tino. Okay.
Actually, I went back and forth though. I went Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I drove back and forth every day.
Damn.
Because Frankie was wrestling at his high school, so I had to go back and forth.
Yeah.
And plus the academy. And whatnot.
You're assistant coach?
No.
No, you're not.
For what?
Well, you're usually on the floor, right?
No, this I just coached a dual team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
not like a school team. It's just a dual team. Yeah, and then for Frankie, I just go watch him.
But you're almost always on the floor coaching, right?
I mean, I'm screaming from the bleachers.
Okay,
in Wildwood, I was in the corner.
Yeah,
me and Doug. Doug.
yeah, Doug,
We,
Doug. I like Doug.
Daddy Doug, we call him.
Yeah.
And we were
His
coaching.
His kid's a stud, right?
Stud,
Yeah,
stud. They
yeah.
both really did really well this weekend.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I always see Mary's post, but didn't he go like 9-1 or something?
Yeah, 9-1. Yeah,
That's great.
lost a close one, but it was good. It was
That's
great.
great.
He's starting to grow a little bit too, and it's fun
Not
to
that you
watch.
could ever, as a father or as a coach, because I'm sure they fall into two separate categories. You could never critique that 9-1. But do you see the one that he lost, and you could pick? I mean, obviously,
Absolutely.
You see where he didn't. Yeah. What would you? Well, to me, not to him, because I mean, I would just be giving my kid high fives all day if my kid did that. But what would you say? You probably say it to him too, right?
I felt like he just shut down a little bit. Wasn't as offensive as he should have been. And, didn't get his legs back properly. In the correct angle. I mean, the kid he wrestled was very good. It's not like he's lost to a bad kid. These kids are good.
Right.
And then this weekend on Friday, I have to drive down to Richmond, Virginia,
Oh, wow.
which is 6 hours away for another dual meet. But I don't have to coach, which is great because they have coaches.
Wait,
so
did you get a speeding ticket last time you went to Richmond?
I did, bro.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
Richmond, but Virginia Beach.
Virginia
So
Beach.
this time I go, I'm setting my shit on, putting it on cruise control,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm not getting a ticket, bro.
Yeah.
Because they come looking for them Jersey plates.
Yeah, they do.
know?
I think I got it in Virginia. I went down to North Carolina. Did you know Bobby? Bobby DeYoung, my best friend from
Yeah, no.
he passed in 2007. Anyway, I went down to visit his grave with his fiancée, Monica, and we took a ride down, just shot down, visited, I think it was his birthday or something, shot down, shot back, and they got me in Virginia and coming back through, and they were like fucking straight up by the book, bro. There was
This guy.
no
He came
cutting
up. He didn't want to hear it. I mean, honestly, I knew I was beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I didn't even say. I was like, okay, sir. All right, here's your ticket. That's it. And like, I did the court, or the class to get it, lowered.
downgraded, yeah.
So it's like an 8-hour course online,
Yeah.
which you just sit on your phone, let it go, let it play. You know what I mean? So I did that. But yeah, I'm not trying to get another ticket in Virginia. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
But I'll have a bunch of matches. Kind of sucks. Good chance we're gonna miss the Super Bowl, which I could care less about the Super Bowl. But I know Tino likes to do it. Likes it with his buddies and stuff.
Go to Ribs.
Well, no, we probably would do it here.
Yeah.
Frankie's probably gonna have his buddies over and stuff, and Tino usually has friends over. But now we'll be driving home probably during the Super Bowl. But the good thing is no one will be on the road.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's good. You got any skin in the game? You don't even care? I don't care. I don't.
No, not at all. I mean, I guess Eagles, right? We're close to
Close,
Philly.
Philly, right?
I'll
Yeah.
rock with the Eagles. The Chiefs win all the time, right?
They do.
I have not watched a play. Actually, I probably watched a little bit, just 'cause my kids will make me watch it. I don't give a shit at all. But from just seeing Twitter and social media and whatnot,
like I guess supposedly the Chiefs are getting every call. They're like, oh, the Chiefs are getting a call. It's rigged for the Chiefs, this and that.
really?
And I don't know if that's true or not. It's just opposing fans getting salty, but they keep finding their way to the Super Bowl. I mean, but hey, so did Brady, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm sure they used to
What
say
did-
that.
what
They
did they
used to
go?
say that about
7
about
years,
them.
7 years, something like that.
I think he has 7 rings. Yeah,
7 rings. Yeah.
yeah, or 6 rings with New England, then 1 with
Being
Tampa.
from New England, I don't get hardcore into football, but I can watch it. I can. It's like a sport I can watch.
Yeah, you can watch
You couldn't
it, yeah.
pay me enough to watch like basketball, but I can watch it and I can enjoy it. You know what I mean? I'm not a diehard fan. My girlfriend was always fucking ripping on me. She's like, "What man doesn't watch football?" I'm like,
A
"Me,
real man.
me,
A real man.
I don't give a fuck about it. I don't know. To me, I'm definitely lean more towards individual sports. Like I always say all the time, Travis Pastrana is my favorite athlete, and a lot of people be like, he's not an athlete. He does backflips on to fuck. He's not an athlete.
Bro.
He's 100% an athlete.
He's got bigger balls than probably any athlete.
He's
out
my
there.
favorite athlete, but I just tend to like individual. Like I've always been a UFC fan since fucking it came on the scene. You know what I mean? I just like individual sports better. I have a tough time with overpaid crybabies. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying everybody is, and I'm not saying they're not athletes. They definitely are. Seems to be a lot of crime.
Because I know you don't follow basketball at all.
Yeah, I don't.
But did you see the big this trade that went down?
No.
So Luka Doncic, which is probably the best player in the NBA right now, right? He's the best player, and he's with Dallas, and Mark Cuban's the guy, and supposedly they just traded him out of nowhere to the Lakers for no one, like for AD, for like not even someone like that was a comparable trade.
Was he problematic? Because I've seen
Well,
him do
now-
that.
but
before.
now that's
Who was
what
that
they're-
Iverson back in the day.
Well, yeah, kind of. But now that's kind of what they're saying. They're saying he's out of shape, and he gets, I don't know what, he's out of shape and he's lazy or doesn't listen. He's kind of trying to play. But, like, dude, he's the best player in the NBA right now. It's kind of, people are like, dude, something, it's weird. It's just weird the way it went down, I guess,
Some guys can just be that good. What was the Michael Jordan documentary where they were talking about Dennis Rodman, right? He barely showed up to practice, but he was still one of the greatest defensemen ever, right? He was just so good off the boards, rebounding and shit. And he barely showed up. He was always with some hooker and coked out of his mind in a hotel room, So
wearing their dresses.
Didn't Jordan go look for him one time or something?
I think, they did. Yeah. But this dude's gonna play with LeBron now in
shit.
LA. Yeah.
Wow.
So he's in the biggest market,
Didn't somebody just make that one of the guys that's really good? I think it's I suck at basketball, but I think that's he's a big name. He's a 3-point.
Steph Curry.
Didn't he say, I want to be on a championship team? I want to play. Wasn't that Steph Curry that said that or no? I want to play with LeBron.
I heard that they wanted to play together just because they're friendly. I think. Yeah. I mean, he's been on plenty of championship teams though.
Well, so probably wasn't him. I thought it was Steph Curry, but
Yeah, no. But yeah, this dude's nasty, and everyone's like, dude, well, how the hell do you trade him like that? And everyone's like, Mark Cuban. But supposedly Jason Kidd's the coach. Jason Kidd's saying he's not like a little lazy and this and that and problematic and he doesn't play defense hard. But I'm like, dude, this dude made it. He brought Dallas to a championship last year.
wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's hard to believe, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, here I got another thing for you. How about this? So Bo Bassett, you ever hear that name?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
I think so. How have I heard that name?
He's a junior in high school in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
The #1 recruit in the country.
Okay.
Right. Like very good.
Yep.
Like he has a wins over Anthony Ashland. You know who Anthony Ashland was?
Yeah, wasn't he
The
Rutgers?
national champ for
Yeah,
Rutgers.
Rutgers, yeah.
He's a high
Doesn't
schooler.
Eat Clean Bro have a fucking burger or something named after him? A meal?
A meal, yeah.
Yeah.
But so this kid beat Anthony
Wow.
when he was in high school,
Okay.
and Anthony's on the senior level.
Okay.
So legit, you know what I mean? So this kid's very good, great, super good kid too. Does a bunch of content for kids, like good role model, super nice, complete package. #1 recruit, and he did a really good job of promoting what school he's gonna pick. He had he's like, oh, these are my 15 schools. He had 15 schools. And he's like, oh, these are my 10 schools. And all right, now I'm down to 5. And I think the 5 was like Okie State, Penn State, Rutgers, Iowa, and one more. I don't know the other one. So everyone's like, oh, he's gonna go to Penn State. He's a PA boy. Penn State is the best team for years now. They have the best coach, all this stuff. Then people say, oh, maybe Okie State because David Taylor was a Penn State guy, went there, and they're like saying that's gonna be the next like big program.
Gotcha.
But he went. So Penn State wrestled Iowa a couple weeks ago, and Penn State's #2 team in the country. I'm sorry, Penn State's number 1, Iowa's number 2. Penn State trashed them.
Really?
Ran all over them, right? Which, I mean, not super surprising, but a little surprising. 1 and 2 you think would be a closer match. And supposedly the rumor is that a donor was like, "No, well, I'm sick of this." A donor with big money. And
Well, they can do that now, right?
Yeah, NIL, name and likeness, right?
Yeah.
So a donor was like, we want to get, we want to be number 1. And this guy threw $5 million at Bo Bassett.
Get out of here.
$5 million is the rumor.
And that's been legal since what? For a few years now, right?
3 years, something like that.
Wow.
And this kid, and Bill, do you know that the number 1 football recruit got $4.5 million? Wow. So you think football would definitely make more than wrestling,
think, right?
But I think this dude just is like got a big swinging dick, and he's like, I want this guy, and he loves wrestling. He's super
One
loaded.
individual donor?
One individual donor. 5. I mean, again, this is speculation, I guess. I don't think it'll ever be public knowledge, but you're hearing, on all the channels. Yeah. So I think it's awesome for this kid. He's a very good kid, and why not? Why can't a wrestler get it? I guarantee he's worked harder than most athletes in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Why has wrestling? I mean, it's the oldest sport in the world. It certainly has reached, a level. Although they did try to take it out of the Olympics once. I don't think it actually got taken out, but they tried to. Yeah. Why hasn't it reached that pedigree level of?
It's not a spectator sport.
You really?
You know, and like you have, it's a spectator sport if you wrestle.
If you know what you're doing. Like I watch it. I didn't grow up around wrestling. I see you. I sit next to you. You're making all these calls. Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell who's winning and losing.
It's hard. It's hard to really. I mean, I guess like my wife, my mom, my sister. They didn't wrestle, but they have family. When you know someone in the game, wrestling's exciting. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When you know someone. Yep. So that's when like. So like that's kind of the case. Why is Bo Bassett worth it? The $5 million. He is, because I think Carver Hawkeye Arena holds 18,000 people. Bo Bassett is one of your guys. He's gonna pack that place is gonna be packed every time he's in there. So they're gonna get their money back. Right. But again, is it a spectator sport in Pennsylvania? Yeah. Rutgers actually has one of the top 5 attendances. New Jersey's a very big wrestling state. But again, it's like you either have to have a skin in the game, like someone or you have to have wrestled yourself for it to be a fan of the sport. I think that's why it's not like a mainstream sport. Yeah, it's kind of hard to understand if you don't know. I don't get excited
except for like when Tino's wrestling.
Yeah, because even fights. Fights are definitely a lot easier to understand. Punch and kick, and that's pretty simple. Even submissions kind of it's easy to see. But again, when you know the person, if you're even if you don't even know him, you met him a couple times. You're like, a little skin in the game. It makes it much more real, and you're much more attached to it. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I've told you, Dan Henderson is with the exception of you, obviously, Dan Henderson is my favorite fighter. Love watching that guy fight. But when you're fighting, bro, I can't stay in my seat. I'm like fucking standing. I'm like doing this shit. Like, you know what I mean? I'm fucking, my heart's beating out of my chest. So there's no question when you got skin in the game or somebody or, you know what I mean? And like, God, obviously you had a couple losses. Bro, I take it to heart. I fucking leave. I was out one night. I went home. I was like, you know what I mean? It's crazy. So you feel,
you're more invested. You're more invested.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, So, do you want to talk about? You said you got escorted out of. Let's talk about it. What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
No, my kid was wrestling. It was JV. It was a JV match. My kid was wrestling. This ref was bad, bro. I never seen him before. He was a bad referee.
Okay.
And he's making no calls. My kid gets a takedown, kind of end of regulation, doesn't give it to him. Okay, now we're in overtime. My kid gets legit, and that one was kind of questionable. All right, whatever. Then he gets it's overtime. He gets a takedown, and when you get an overtime takedown, it's over. He gets the takedown. Time goes out. Never gives him the points. I'm like, wow. No, that's what I said. 4-5-4. You stink. You stink. Never cursed.
Right.
You're out of here.
Really?
And I'm like, I ain't going nowhere. And then one of the teachers comes up, Mr. Edgar. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to be a dick. Yeah. So I walked down and I left. And the
just for saying you stink?
Yeah. And I don't honestly, now that I didn't want to make a big scene, but I don't think that warrants a kick out. Like that was a very bad call.
Yeah.
That was a bad call. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's because I watched these First Amendment auditors, right? So that would qualify under.
No, but like there's different rules. You know, you're not supposed to talk to the referee and heck. So I kind of somewhat get it.
Public
a little
property, right? It's publicly funded school,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Publicly funded.
Yeah.
So it's open to the public. You're not in a privately owned, forum. You're not in a privately owned business where you didn't swear. Did you create a scene? Was it?
No, I was in the
Was
stands.
there other
I was
people
in the
yelling
stands.
too?
Oh yeah. So then listen, I left, and then I'm walking out, and he's like, "I'm waiting to start the match," and I'm like, "I'm waiting too, motherfucker." You know.
Yeah. All right. Maybe that. Yeah.
No, this was. I was already kicked out at that point. You know what I
okay.
mean? And I was already on my way out.
Yeah.
And whatever. It's stupid, but
Tino or Francesco?
Frankie. So I left, and I guess this ref continued to ref the varsity match, and they said it was a shit show, right? And one parent, I guess, lost their shit and was cursing and blah blah blah. He didn't get thrown out. Yeah. I'm like, bro, what's up with that? You know? Crazy, yeah. So now I want to be like, yo, let me see you again, motherfucker.
Yeah.
But no, it's all.
Now,
I never seen this guy before, and you're a bad ref. Like that's the problem, man. Just like judges in UFC, there's no one gets held accountable.
Yep.
Now
because your two sons have pretty different personalities, right? Does Francesco get embarrassed when you're like, Dad? Does he do this, or is he like, yeah, Dad, yeah? Which way?
No, he I don't know. I don't know, but he had to keep wrestling after I left,
right?
And he pinned the kid in overtime. So it was kind of cool. But he pinned the kid overtime, and I noticed when the ref went to raise Frankie's arm, Frankie yanked his arm away from that. I was like, that's my boy. That's
awesome.
my boy.
That's awesome. Have you had any? Because obviously you have three. You have two boys and you have a daughter. Have you ever? Because you got a personality a little like mine. You don't take no shit. Have you ever had like a public incident where your kids or your daughter, because girls are different than boys, it's like, Dad, enough.
No, not yet. No,
I did. I think I told you this. Did I tell you this at Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
I told you the story, right? My daughter was so embarrassed. I felt bad, but I couldn't take it, bro. I couldn't take it anymore. These kids, if you didn't hear the story, I'll try to recap it really quickly. We sat down to eat, just me, my son, and my daughter. This is like two years ago, at least. And these group of, I would say they were early 20s, maybe not, I don't know, maybe not quite 21. They all had one of them had a sleeve tattoo and stuff. They were definitely like way late teens or early 20s.
They got tattoos, bro.
There was like six of them, right? There was six of them. They said one kid had a full sleeve. So they sat down and they are being obnoxiously loud. So when people just want people to look at them, they're doing that shit, right? Yeah. But then the one kid, the mouthpiece, he's like he's like the fucking Mac of the group, I guess. He's dropping the N-word and the F-word like every 4 seconds, bro. And I'm sitting here. The three guys are back to me. I'm in a booth. And then the three other guys are sitting, there might have been five or six, are sitting on the other side. And the kids are sitting on the other side. I'm sitting there with my kids. And this kid just keeps saying it over and over. Effing, N-word, effing, N-word. I couldn't take it anymore, bro. I turn around and I go, yo, bro, listen, I'm here with my kids. Shut your mouth. I didn't swear because I'm like, if I swear, then I'm doing the same thing he did. I said, shut your mouth. And he goes, I'm talking to my boys. I talk how I want to talk. I said, listen to me. You're going to shut your mouth right now because I'm here with my two kids and I'm not telling you again. And then he kind of quietly was like, I'll talk how I want to talk. I'm with my boys or whatever. And Milani's kicking me under the table, kicking me. Dad. And I see a little tear go down her cheek, and I felt bad. I was like, oh.
Hell no, bro.
I embarrassed her. So we got outside. She said, I couldn't believe she said this to me. She goes, and this never have happened before, ever. I've never done anything like that. I was, but I just couldn't take it, right? She goes, you always do that to me. And I was like, what do you mean I always do that?
Honestly, I think my daughter would be like, get him, Dad. Get him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So that was a couple years ago. And listen, maybe, I don't know. One kid, I'm pretty sure.
My daughter actually she's a little bit of a troublemaker.
Is she?
My daughter be like, Dad, you already said that? You already said?
So my daughter is too when it comes to my girlfriend, Danielle. We were not Wildwood, Cape May. And we go down there quite a bit, at least 3-4 times a summer. We rent the golf carts and we just cruise around all day. You know what I mean? You can rent a golf cart for like $120 and you just cruise around, eat, go to the beach, go get food, grab a drink, whatever, right? Cruise around. You can drive them right on the street. We've done that a bunch. Kids love it. So anyway, we're down there one time and we're looking for a parking spot because you got to park them in a normal car parking spot. They don't just let you park them on the sidewalk. So we're looking for a parking lot. We're cruising around a thing. And Danielle had told me, I was like, is anything coming? She's looking to the right. I'm looking to the left. She's like, nothing. And she goes, go, 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 go. And I shoot across the street to go into this parking lot. And there was a lady with her bright blinker on, but she was, I didn't cut her off or anything. She comes in and she yells something out the window, right? And they're sitting in the back, on the back. So Milani's looking directly through the windshield at her. And this lady's like flipping us off and stuff. Milani's going, Danielle, this lady's saying something. So I go, don't worry about it, whatever. We pulled right into a parking spot. And then she pulled up behind us and starts mouthing off and saying stuff. And Milani's going to Danielle, go say something to her. Go say something to her. I'm like, you're a little troublemaker.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, kids are funny like that.
They are, but she didn't like it when I did it.
Yeah,
I think it's because it was boys. That's why.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's because it was boys,
Still.
Grayson didn't give a shit.
No. My sons wouldn't care.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, I think my daughter would definitely try to egg it on.
Yeah, that's funny. That's great.
So did you see? I mean, I didn't see it at all, but I just heard it was a shit show. It was the Republican primary.
I didn't see it.
Debate.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Did you see the DNC one?
No.
It was like
I guess
it was a DNC. I think it was for nominations.
Yeah, that's what this was.
Okay,
for Republican
dude. There was like a lady singing about
this
how
is for Jersey.
No, this is.
No, I'm talking about for New Jersey. Though.
No, it wasn't for Jersey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I wish Andrew was here. He could pull it up. He would know exactly what it was. I just caught a clip of it on. There was some lady singing. She's like, I'd like to tell everybody in the crowd that I'm here to represent the DNC for my district or whatever. And she's like, and I want to express myself. Give me a minute. She clears her throat and just starts singing this song about all the trouble the country's in. It was the craziest thing I ever saw. All right, go ahead. Tell me about the Republican one.
They said the moderator had no control of it, and people were just going back and forth, yelling at each other, this and that. Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it was 3 people, right? It was Citarelli, Spadia, and then the guy was it Hammock or
there's a
Bramnick?
new guy in the running. I just saw the other day. I just saw the first commercial for him. I never heard of this guy before. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
But
how did he do?
Who's Chris? I see Crispy. I don't know. He's pretty much. He's not for Spadia. He's not for Citarelli. I think he might be for this other guy.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But I see. Did you see what Murphy's did?
Dude, but then he backpedaled. His office backpedaled.
Yeah, but he said it himself.
Right, but
isn't that like against the law?
They backpedaled though. His office did. Said something to the effect of, it's somebody who has legitimate paperwork, but they're working through some issues or something. Like they backpedaled on it because Tom, what's his name? Hooman was. Didn't he say?
Crispy was saying, "Hey, I volunteered to kick his door in for you."
Yeah. I mean, how can you be like that though? Like you want us to be law-abiding citizens, but you're openly admitting that you're.
I see what Ian Smith said. You're violating an EO executive order.
That's
I got fined $15,000 a day when I did that.
Yep, exactly.
You know.
Yep.
Which come on.
I wonder what the outcome of that ever was. I don't know. He really kind of went, at least from what I've seen. He's a very open guy, so maybe he didn't. But he kind of went dark after he left Jersey. Obviously, he relocated to Florida now. I don't know if he...
Wait, who?
Ian Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Lives in Florida now.
Yeah.
But, they were in the hole for, millions. They say they froze their...
No, but they
I think they walked away clear.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. Which says a lot, right?
Because it was bullshit.
Oh, I got to tell you something. I got a call today from Jesse. I asked him to come on. He doesn't like how his hair looks, so he's not ready to come on yet. I don't give a shit. But anyway, he calls me and he's like, "Hey man, I gotta talk to you about something. How his dad was involved in the government somehow. I forget what role. Something with the space program or something like that. His dad was involved. He told me, listen, my dad called me today and he said, that he got word that some things are coming down the pike and there's going to be another pandemic, but it's going to be in the form of bird flu. And I just wanted
it's been coming around. That bird flu been talking about that forever.
He wanted to tip me off, I guess, and let me know. Which, listen, I appreciate it. I love Jesse, but I'm like, bro, nobody's falling for that shit ever again. No. Nobody's falling for that shit.
They've been trying to push this bird flu for a while.
Yeah. I think even Trump isn't falling for that shit again. Again, if we could critique him in some way.
I don't know.
Really? Okay. Speak on it.
No, I just don't think anybody's passed anything.
You don't think he regrets some of how he handled it?
He will never say it.
No, I agree. He won't say it. But because I remember even early on he had some, I don't want to say kind words, but some, kind words towards Fauci, in the beginning. So obviously that changed.
Well, I mean, maybe he was misinformed by these people too.
Right. Which he admits.
I mean, we all were at first. I mean, there's probably a week where we were a little fucking, oh my god, what's going on? You know what I'm saying?
I think you and I were pretty much on the same page. We wore a mask where we had to wear it just to get through the door. Otherwise, you'd get yelled at. And after the 14 days, I think you and I were both pretty much like, fuck this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's funny. We always end up on politics, right? And I'm listening to the Flagrant podcast. Andrew Shaw's. That's all they talk about.
All they talk about
is politics.
It is, yep.
Rogan, he has everybody on.
Yep.
That's all they end up talking about. This is what it is, man. Yep. It's just what it is. It's what everybody's talking about it because it's running our world right now.
Well, I remember we talked about this one time, and you're like, how much does our life really change? Maybe not yet, but I think we all see the writing on the wall that it could dramatically change in the not too distant future.
Well, go look at Ireland. Go look at
Ireland.
Go look at England right now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Ireland was where the school teacher got arrested for not using proper pronouns. Was that Ireland?
England, maybe.
Was it England? I thought it was Ireland.
But I'm just saying, like, you see Ireland has all these migrants, and England has all these migrants, and now there's no more like English and Irish people. Like I seen some Irish lady saying her son is the only Irish person in the class.
I saw that.
You know what I mean?
I saw that.
And I'm saying I'm all down for people coming and mixing and stuff like that, but I don't know. I mean, isn't Ireland supposed to be Irish people? You know?
Well, I just believe that assimilation is key, right? I mean, you have to assimilate.
Yeah, assimilate. Yeah, it's one thing. Yeah, but a lot of people, these other cultures come in, they don't. They want to like.
You see that one guy that was like, "Look, I took the vows. I lied about everything just to get in your country. I'm not fucking doing any of that shit."
He should get shipped right the fuck back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again, assimilation just means that you have to vow your loyalty, or maybe that's not the right word, your allegiance in a way to America and respecting our laws, our cultures. That doesn't mean that you have to become a Christian or a Catholic. You can pray to whoever you want, but you have to have, a value system on our especially our laws and our way of life and our, our Constitution and things of that nature. And a lot of people don't, they just bring their culture here.
Yeah. Well, and that's fine. I like the culture here. I love fucking Mexican food. I love Japanese. You know what I'm saying? Like that's good. That's assimilation, right? Yeah. Bring your food, share your cultures with us. I'm totally down with that. Yep. But we can't lose what we are here
American
either.
values.
Yeah, right. Like they're coming here for those American values.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Exactly. For those opportunities, for the freedom of whatever religion or whatever stances you have in this.
You can't come here if you hate America, and a lot of people do. They come here and they don't like this country.
I don't know.
They want to change this country.
I don't know though. Do they? Supposedly they say a lot of people that came here are the people that are saying that came here the right way are the ones that want to get these illegals out. Yeah, because they're like, I want it the right way. I want about this the right way. Why can't?
It's not an easy process. I mean, they got to be pissed that they
went
that
through
takes years.
Right. Yeah.
Who was it? I think Riley Gaines. Wasn't it Riley Gaines?
Or her boyfriend or something.
Her boyfriend is what is he? Australian or something like that? English, Australian, something. And she said, "Listen, we've been at this for I forget. I'm going to probably exaggerate 5 years, let's say, and he's still not legally." Somebody helped her jumped through some hoops at the very end, and he is now, I guess. But she put a post up about it and. Basically said, look, it's not easy. And we've been at this and spent tens of thousands of dollars with legal fees and all this, and still he's not an American citizen. He is now, though. She got him in. I guess her post made a little difference, but crazy.
It is
crazy.
Well,
what else, Franklin?
Nah, man.
I like that Bronco out there, buddy.
Pretty cool,
Dude,
right?
that's you're driving. I'm not a Mustang guy. I mean, it's an American muscle car. I like old school Mustangs a lot more than I do the new stuff. But I dig that. But that fucking thing's tough looking. They put out like a big tire kit on it.
It's a Wildcat. It's the Wildcat.
I don't like that name, but
did
it come stock like that, or did they put the tire? It comes stock with those. I mean, what are those 33s on it?
I don't know.
That'd be at least 33s.
It's a little tough for me to get up and drive.
It's tough looking, man. I
gotta get on my tippy toes.
That's great. I
could use some running boards. You know what I'm saying?
That thing's tough looking, man. It's tough looking.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Bro,
cool.
so I got up at 5:15 this morning
All right.
because I started a 6 a.m. class at my gym.
You did?
Yeah.
For the early birds that go to work at like
Yeah, I'm
fucking 8?
Brian, you know Brian,
Your
Coach
cousin?
Brian. No,
Oh.
Lawrence.
Blue? Oh.
No, you know him anyway. He's a friend of mine. He's one of my purple belts, and he's like, hey, dude, I'll run a 6 a.m. class.
Brian, the guy I rolled with one time? Yeah, Brian. He's
bald
good.
head, yeah.
He's a tough guy,
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like, all right, you could run it. I go, I'll go to one of them.
Yeah,
I'll go to the first one. I go, then you're on your own. He's like, all right, yeah.
You
I went
can
to the first
tell
one.
he'd be a good instructor.
No, he was
you know?
great.
He's
he
good.
was very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Commanded the room. Did an excellent job. But honestly, I kind of liked it. I got up. I went over there. I got a little sweat in.
That's cool.
I went to the gym. I lifted. Came home. Went in the sauna. Trained Mark, and it was like 11 o'clock. I'm like, damn, I did a whole bunch of shit already.
That's
you know?
awesome. That's 1 day a week?
1 day a week. For
What
now.
day is
that? Wednesdays.
So now, I don't know about 7 days a week, but I know most days you get up and around 7:30, you're in the cold plunge, which is like 6 inches of ice on top. The days you get up at 5, you're not getting up at 4:30 getting in them. Dude, I was gonna say, bro, I got a whole nother
Today
level.
I ended up in the cold plunge, but
Did you?
I later on. But yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, hell no, I'm not.
Oh,
Honestly, I prioritize my sleep over the cold plunge for sure.
yeah.
But I still get in it. I still get in it throughout the day. It's just not first thing in the morning sometimes.
Gotcha. So, what's behind? I was gonna have a beer with you tonight. You said no beer, no extracurricular stuff at all.
Just for a month.
What? Why is it? It's not
Just
like
for the soul.
just pick this month. There's no
Yeah.
no
It's the
nut
shortest
November.
month. It's the shortest month.
Yeah, it is true. That's true. That's true.
No, I just felt like I haven't done that in a while.
That's
I mean,
cool.
I haven't since I fought. So
That's
I think
cool.
it's always good to reset a little bit. You know
I
what I
agree.
mean?
I agree.
And it's good. I feel clairvoyant in a way.
Yeah.
It's almost like I feel high being not high.
That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. All right, pal. Good go. You got anything else for us?
No. You got any, no. So, you no regrets with the hair,
No.
right?
I was
Looks
completely,
good, honestly, man. I think I'm impressed. I'll be honest. I haven't seen you in a week.
completely
I'm super-
transparent about the whole thing.
I'm super impressed. I'll be honest.
Thanks,
It looks good.
Thank you, sir.
It looks
Yeah.
good, and I think it's gonna come out really good.
I think so.
you know?
Yeah, I think so. I
Oh,
can
yeah.
wear a loose fitting hat now, which I took a couple of the buttons on the back and loosened this hat up. After 10 days, I didn't start wearing a hat till about day
You
11.
said you couldn't. Can you shower yet?
Yep, I can shower now. Yep.
Water on your head.
Not super hot water, warm water, but I'm putting it on top of my head. But I sent them pictures at day
Oh,
10, and I sent them pictures day 11 and day 12, and she said looks great. I mean, it really is good. So I'm not having any issues. Jesse's having a few because they said maybe he might have a little circulation issue or whatever, but he's healing. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
he'll
he'll
probably
be
just
all
be
right,
a couple days behind me.
question. Polar plunge. Can you
Yes.
do it?
I can, and I'm going, but there's a shitload of us going, and nobody wants to jump in. So I said,
What?
if Frankie's not doing it, which I didn't think you were, 'cause
No,
you didn't
I-
do it last year.
I know because of wrestling. I gotta see it. If there's no wrestling, I'll do it.
And honestly,
What do you mean you're gonna go and not jump in? That's
Well-
not the polar plunge.
well, no, it's going to Seaside with a
Come
bunch
on,
of friends.
bro.
Listen, if you do it, I'll do it. But I'll tell you another reason why. You're going to say, "Oh, you fucking pussy." We always use JR's we were on JR's team every year.
Yeah, right.
We always use their office upstairs to keep our book bags and our
Yeah.
towels.
Right.
We don't have that option anymore.
That's true.
So I'm not going to be one of those guys that's changing in the parking lot like fucking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who cares?
No, I
Dude,
can't.
it is madness though. If you've never been to
I
to
can't
one
do
of
it. I
these,
can't have cold water in my head. So
You
I
can't?
No,
Yeah,
I
you
can't.
liar.
I can do it. Bro, I've
Dude.
done it. It's not like I haven't done
Yeah.
it. I did it. What
But
did we
I'm
do it,
saying
3 years?
that's the most. I mean, granted, everyone's on the boardwalk and the beach, so it seems. But it's the most packed I've ever seen Seaside in
Ever.
my life.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen the other big day is St. Patty's Day. Is
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
big.
true.
I've seen St. Patty's Day back in the day.
But I'm saying on the beach
on the beach
is
most packed
Yeah,
ever.
yeah.
I mean, there's fucking police helicopters going by. There's
And how about the one
lifeguards,
Marine that's
there's-
always in the water just waiting?
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts,
yeah,
bro.
yeah,
He's in
yeah.
there for
He is,
hour.
yeah. It's kind of cool though because they do have that sandbar.
Yeah,
about
yeah.
100 feet offshore. Most of the lifeguards just stand on that.
Yeah.
You know. But it's cool. It's cool.
It is a
And
cool
It's a
experience.
great experience, great cause. But
Yeah,
I mean, I think you got to
for,
sign up.
Special Olympics, right?
Special
Yeah.
Olympics. You got to sign up pretty soon because it's like
Well, I could just jump in the water.
you
know What I'm
can.
saying?
Well, I mean, like
Well, the whole idea
we
is
always
to
did.
put-
We always did a
put charity
team
to
every
the
year.
thing,
We
yeah.
always did JR's team.
I'm sure they're not. There's got to be someone
Yeah,
doing it something, right?
I'm sure.
Social
I mean,
37.
Many
right?
people as we know.
What's that place? Jack and Bill's. What's it called?
yeah,
Social Club. Social Club.
Seaside Social Club.
Yeah. Maybe they're doing something. Who knows?
Yep. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me know if you do it. Maybe I'll have to jump in.
No, honestly, I would like to. It's fun. It was fun. I would like to. It's February 22nd.
22nd. Yep.
Yeah. No taking shots before going in though.
Before going in?
Yeah, not like that's what we used to do.
Yeah. No, I think we did shots before we jumped in.
That's what I'm
no,
saying.
the 1 year. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you were saying we didn't.
No, I'm saying
like,
me,
we
I
definitely did.
won't.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't
yeah.
do that this time because it's my month. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's tough, man.
Nah.
That's tough.
Nah.
Yeah, you're the king of willpower though. So.
Yeah, I that's why I needed. Honestly, that's kind of why I wanted to stop because like I felt like that was my thing. Like I had.
Could you stop
I have
anything?
Yes.
You could stop working out for a month.
No.
See?
No, it's different.
What would be harder for you to give up, working out or sex for a month? Working out kind of is. Sex kind of is working out.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, it's kind of
Kind
hand
of
in
is.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, but those things are both good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true,
You know what I mean?
True.
So, but yeah, that's kind of why I felt like I'm like, damn, am I getting soft, bro? My willpower just ain't the same. You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
I'm like, because I don't need to stop for anything.
Right,
but now
right.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do it.
So this is
and
more
I
of a
had a couple
mental
buddies, yeah, it's more of a mental
exercise.
thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have a couple buddies that said they were gonna do it with me, and
They didn't.
when the day came, they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but and listen, that's more of a reason for me to be like, screw it, I'm not gonna do it either. But
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just making me say no. That's the reason I am. gonna do it.
Listen, bro. I've said it a million times, and you don't need any. You already know it, but you're built a little different than most people for sure, bro. You like. Not that this is suffering, but it's just giving up something, just to know you can give it up. I told you I gave up coffee, and I've
done coffee
one
for a
cup
month.
of coffee, and I got into energy drinks for only one type, only Monster, the Orange Monster is the only one I drink, which has no sugar or no taurine in it.
Why taurine's bad?
I think it's bad for you, isn't it? Makes your heart rate,
know.
whatever. Anyway, I gave it up for like 4.5 months, and just to see if I could, and didn't miss it all. And then
Yeah,
one day I was just looking at it. I was like, I'll grab one of those. But my life was. Jesse's like, dude, caffeine's a major part of my, because we have to give up caffeine for 10 days to do this. He's like, dude, he takes nicotine too. He takes those.
You
what
have
are
to
those
stop nicotine Zins.
Zins. He takes those Zins. He had to stop those.
Really?
Weed, Zins, coffee.
Really?
And he was like, I'm gonna have a little.
Why? I guess because circulation probably.
Yeah,
I think it's circulation. Yeah.
And he's got some circulation issues.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't bother me at all. I mean,
Caffeine didn't bother me at all. Like I
No.
felt
No.
it didn't. But I like the ritual of
Yeah.
coffee. You
just
know what I'm saying?
enjoy it in the morning. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's just something to do. I drink a black coffee. It don't taste great. I
Right.
drink black coffee. You know what I mean? I just do it for
right.
just because I'm so used to doing it. Honestly, I'll be honest. I do a French press. I make my coffee. I drive. I don't drive anymore really where I go. So I'm usually at the gym. And I drink a
What do you
cup
mean?
of coffee.
Oh, because
So I used
you
to drive like a
train
half
to-
hour or
yeah,
45
yeah.
minutes.
Well, dude,
to
you
dr-
drive
yeah.
a lot for wrestling.
Well, yeah, that, but then I'll drink. But I'm saying like when I go to my school's 5 minutes away now, so like I go there. I was like, by the time I get there, I'm done with training,
Right.
and I'm like, damn, I didn't even drink my coffee. It's cold,
Right.
you know.
Right.
So I make a cup of coffee every day, and I barely drink it, you know.
True.
But
Oh, the last thing I was going to ask you, because we talked about it. I don't think we talked about it on air. I asked you. You're a very regimented guy, as we just heard. You go and you. I mean, Renee's a great cook. She always cooks like most healthy shit. You open the refrigerator, it's all holistic, everything. I can't imagine what your grocery bill is, but anyway, when you do these, would you say Friday, Saturday, Sunday? You're in Wildwood.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to eat down there but junk food. You go to a gym for any. There's
I
chicken
don't
fingers,
eat.
pizza.
I don't eat.
What do you eat?
I don't.
Renee pack a lunch for you?
I don't.
How do you? Okay, 3 days in a row, bro. You were down there.
I get home. We got home at 5 o'clock. We come home at 5 o'clock. I eat somewhere. We go to B2.
So wait, you leave here in the morning without eating breakfast?
I don't eat till 3 or 4 o'clock.
Holy shit, dude!
No, the last day I had a pizza.
Okay.
One shitty sliced pizza, those nasty pizza. It was nasty.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, that's kind of good.
I get hangry, bro, if I don't eat.
Yeah, no,
I could cut. I'm fat, so I could cut back. Trust me, but
have you ever
I'm
fasted
a big
before?
guy. I've done intermittent fasting. What is it, 16 hours?
I mean,
I've done that.
Could be 12 hours.
yeah,
Is
right.
considered fasting,
Yeah.
but yeah, 16 is like ideal. I'm about ideal, but I've done the most I've ever done is 32 hours, 36 hours
With
fast.
nothing.
Yeah, 36
water.
hours, just water and coffee.
Wow.
Yeah,
Dang.
electrolytes and coffee.
That was for a fight camp?
No, I just wanted to try it.
Just like suffering.
Yeah.
You just like
So
suffering.
no, bro. I have a friend, Chris McCrae. You ever meet?
You
Chris
ever
McCrae?
wonder if you can take a punch like you used to? Because maybe you got a little soft. You want me to punch you?
No, I'm good. But Chris McCrae, my buddy Chris. Yeah. His wife. I told you his wife.
Is your college roommate, right?
No.
Oh, no.
He's no. He just
Chris McCrae.
He lived out here, trained with us for a long
Oh,
time.
okay.
Took second Ultimate Fighter show.
Okay.
Good dude, hilarious dude, awesome guy. He actually visited us. During Christmas, like New Year's. He came up,
Yeah.
and brought his family up
Yeah.
and everything. I got to see his 5 kids, and his wife and everything. His wife fasted for 40 days.
Damn.
40 days, nothing, just water. That's it. Not even electrolyte water.
Obviously, it's possible, but I didn't think. I mean, she must have lost a tremendous amount of weight.
A bunch of weight.
That's insane.
A bunch
Was
of
she heavy or?
Not heavy, but a little. I would say not.
Obviously, not after the 40 days. She wasn't.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. But supposedly her hair got amazing. Her skin got amazing.
Well, after
40
kids.
days.
That's
bro.
after 5 kids.
Yeah.
She's a breeder.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. 40 days,
That's
bro.
fucking crazy. Yeah.
And she did it. She's she's very religious too. And that's what Jesus did. He fasted for 40 days.
I could live off my fat reserves for a bit. I definitely am.
You'd be surprised, bro.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
But
Yeah.
I definitely get hangry, bro. I get.
But
fucking,
but I think once, I think you should try a 24-hour.
Yeah, once you get past a certain mark, they say it's not as bad, right?
Yeah,
it's for
not
like
as
the
bad.
first 24 hours. Or something.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I've seen the George St. Pierre, which is pretty lean, bro. But I think he did a 7-day fast.
I'm a big guy. Do many big guys fast? I mean, is it better for us because we have more fat reserves? Can we handle it better?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you'd be able to handle it better.
Yeah.
I don't got no. I ain't got much on. I
Who's,
tell you, that's the thing. That's one of the things. Like I'm losing a little bit of weight because I don't,
Right.
I don't have my extracurriculars that make me want to eat.
But not that long ago, over the summer, I think it was, or in the early fall, you said today was the heaviest I ever been.
Yeah, that was
171, I think you said.
78.
178.
Yeah, but it was like after a day of drinking and eating.
yeah,
It was at nighttime. It wasn't real, but that's the heaviest I ever weighed in my life.
Right.
You know?
That's crazy.
And right now I'm back at 160.
What was it, Eddie Hall? He's the world's strongest man. I forget how much weight he lost, but dude, he went from having the big, all those strong guys have big bellies.
Yeah.
And he went to like having abs.
Then he
and
boxed.
shit.
He boxed. He
did,
started boxing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, dude, he boxed fucking Thor. Him and Thor. They both
oh,
had.
yeah.
I think Thor won, but he knocked Thor down once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
What's his
Thor's-
name? Thorson or something like that. His last name.
Yeah. I know you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he's that dude. Eddie's a big
Johannesson or something like that. Yeah.
Eddie's big, but that dude is
Dude.
fucking next level giant.
Bro, he deadlifts 1,000 pounds.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. That guy's 6'10" or something.
He's
bro.
ginormous.
He's the mountain.
Yeah, exactly. From Game of Thrones. So how long? Like your life expectancy definitely goes down being that big. I know I'm not going to live as long as you. Well, you live a healthier lifestyle, but I'm big.
I don't
think
know.
you don't think
That
so.
much
Do
healthier,
big
yeah.
guys live? I don't know any big guys that live to be. Every old dude you see is like this little tiny hermit of a man.
I mean, bro, look at Hulk Hogan. How old is he?
Oh, he ain't that old, bro. What is he? 70?
70. I know, but he's doing pretty damn good. He still
Not
could.
really,
He can still
bro.
work
He can
out.
barely walk because his back is so.
Yeah,
fucked
but I
up.
mean, he still works out every day.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
so does Ronnie Coleman, but he ain't doing so good either.
Oh yeah.
Hulk's back is really. I remember meeting Hulk. I met him twice. I met him one time at a club. I was taking a piss right next to him one time.
He's your height now.
You
know what?
well,
he
he's
used to be
shrunk.
6'7".
Yeah. He's a big dude. But I was at a club in Miami, and then one time we went to TNT. The ex had a gig there, and he just started talking to me, and he's like, hey, "What are you trying? You wrestling? You trying?" I was like, "No, I'm here with her." You know what I mean? But super nice guy. But when I remember him walking in there, and that's fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And he had just had like his 5th back surgery or something.
yeah.
Bro, he could barely walk then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So his back is shot, bro. But
Well, you see him. He came out to some wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Got booed supposedly.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Did he? Yeah.
But they say it's because a lot of stuff surrounding. A lot of. Plus he also He also went and vouched for Trump too, so I wonder if they were booing for that.
I don't. Most people aren't booing for that.
No, especially wrestling fans.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. All right, pal.
All right,
Let's get a
my
little
dude.
go.
Yeah, nice and quick and easy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Champ of the Tramp. Listen, guys, really you know what? I feel like if you're nice,
You know what?
people
Don't
don't
subscribe.
like our shit.
Yeah.
Fucking don't hit that subscribe button and fuck you all. Maybe
There
that
you
way
go.
people will
Hey,
actually.
hey.
Yeah, awesome. All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Peace.
What's up, guys? Make sure you follow us on your favorite podcast platforms. You can find the links in the description below. And if you've enjoyed this episode, hit that like button and share it with a friend. Your support keeps us growing.